Hurst here at Foxwoods Resort Hotel Casino. Thanks for being here. Not going to waste any time. I'm going to bring up the moderator. You know him from AMC's Comic Book Man, ladies and gentlemen, Ming, Chen.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Welcome to ComiCON 2017. Without further ado, I want to introduce the most charming men from charming California. The three most badass men from San Pro. First coming up to the stage, you know him as Opie. You might remember the Titans. Coming up, Ryan Hurst, everybody. Ryan Hurst. Also a guy who's legitimately twice as big as I am. So, Ryan, please take a seat. Also coming to the stage, you remember him as Juice. The man looks great in a pair of shades. Theo Rossi, everybody. Theo Rossi. Thank you. Always cool. Always cool. Thank you. And the reason why we're running 10 minutes late, we'll talk about that later. And also coming up to the stage, you know him as the leader, Clay, and you also know him as the boy from hell, Ron Perlman, everybody. Ron Perlman. Thank you. There you go. You guys got mics. You guys got mics. That's beautiful. Please, the answer is
like I need a microphone.
I'm just checking. Welcome, gentlemen. We're in a very unique venue, a con inside of a casino. Have you guys been hitting the tables at all? Have you been tempted to hit the tables?
I hit my head on the table this morning while I was shaving.
Are you guys off, down?
Let me tell you exactly what happened
Okay.
last night. I got in from New York City at about midnight. I finally thought I was going to sleep because I have a 2-year-old, just turned 2 yesterday.
Congratulations.
And we have another one on the way, so I thought I'm going to come here and I'm going to sleep. And at 4:30 in the morning, a girl who was about 207 pounds was ramming herself against my door, full speed, and trying to break through the door. She had the wrong room.
She had just left my room.
She had a Hellboy t-shirt on, and I had no idea what was going on. No, she was literally trying to get into the room. And I had to, through the door, encourage her that this was not her room. And
What did that sound like?
and go away! I'm trying to sleep! Pretty much exactly. Please, ma'am! There was a lot of change in voice, but eventually, after she knocked on every single door on the floor, and a lot of people yelled, I heard someone open a door, and she said, I woke up out in the hall in my pajamas. I don't know how I got here. And she went back in, and then the toilet flushed 65 times because I think she vomited for the next 4 hours.
Wow. Okay, so if you're a little slow today.
I am not bringing my mother to a
So I don't. Moral of the story is Ron has to stop hurting family members.
Such an uplifting story. So, we gotta go. Thank you.
Well, welcome to the Foxwoods Resort. Nice. A lot of good times here. A lot of good times. I was walking to get a drink last night, and I passed by a whole bank of Sons of Anarchy slot machines. Have you guys seen this? Have you played it? Have you won at it?
I've seen them, I haven't played one yet.
Yeah, I was trying to get like 5 plays in a row. It pays out like, I don't know, like 20 cents or something. And
Kind of like I was paid on the show.
It just wasn't happening. It stole. I'm down like 5 bills, gentlemen. It's gonna be a tough weekend.
Yeah.
We do have a couple guys with microphones out here. Can you point yourself out, please? I would love to be this an audience-driven panel. There's one gentleman here. If you have a question, please just raise your hand. Before I get to that, Ron, you did something a couple weeks ago that is on every boy's bucket list. You drove the first pitch at a Detroit Tigers game. And so I believe you had a lot of fun. What was that like? Were you nervous?
Pitched a no-hitter that night. I split the plate in half. They had to sew the plate back together again just to play the game.
I would expect
It was
nothing
awesome.
less.
Awesome. It was awesome.
About a month ago, I actually happened to be at the AT&T Park, home of the San Francisco Giants. One of your compatriots from Sons of Anarchy also got to throw the first pitch. Actually got it on video. You have it up there, sir. Mr. Tommy Flanagan from Glasgow, Scotland, pride of Glasgow, had never thrown a baseball before. So I got this up. This is him. He's going back to, this is Max Hernandez. He's trying to get tips on how do I do this? How do I throw the baseball? He's like, no, just throw it. Just throw it. Easy enough. So
That's very athletic.
does a spin here, and away we go. And this is the result. Just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. So I assume you did way better than he did.
It's not a high bar to
All right. Anyone out there have a question? Please raise your hand. Anyone? Don't be shy. Right there, sir. Right here.
Is it cool to go off the grid and ask about Hellboy 3?
There is no Hellboy 3, so ask away.
What do you got?
Is it cool to go off the grid and ask you how you feel about that Beauty and the Beast movie and why they didn't ask you to revisit that one?
You can ask me anything you like, bro. I'm so well medicated right now. Nothing you can
I
do
went off the
about
grid
that.
twice,
What?
though, and you didn't answer.
What?
I went off the grid twice, though, and you didn't give it.
You didn't
I'm
ask the
telling you,
question.
man, there's no Hellboy 3, and who gives a shit about you?
And don't say off the grid again. What is this looking weird?
Right over here. And we have a microphone here so we can hear you.
What about Hand of God? That was fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Your work.
And they changed the
Mary Jane's favorite show, by the way. That, I'm telling you, man. I have
Doesn't matter what I
a,
do, it's all she does.
Theo, I'll do the jokes. I gotta say, man, anybody who brings that show up to me has a special place because that was something I was real proud of. We only did 2 seasons. I'm good with that because there were 2. You know, it was really, thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank
It
you.
reminds me of your chemistry with Gemma from a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it did.
So you had to ruin it, didn't you? we were really going to a nice place there. And actually, I think I need more medication.
Right here.
This one's for Ryan. Strong side! Strong side!
Is that a question, sir?
No, not really.
You have a question.
My actual question is, how many bikes did you guys actually go through while you guys were filming Sons of Anarchy?
Like, how many did they wreck?
They ride, wreck.
Okay.
I went through 3 in one. I went through 3 in one scene one time.
How'd you do that?
How much were you guys riders before the show? How much experience did you have actually being on a motorcycle prior to Sons of Anarchy?
I think all 3 of us learned to ride for the show, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a license, I just didn't rock at all. So, you know, if you had the other guys in here, they'll talk about that they're like the evil Knievel's of, you know, but we all kind of started doing it as we got in and then just kind of took to it.
Yeah. Ryan, you still ride?
Yeah.
Thank you. Who's next? Anybody? Right over here.
No, the whole thing. The whole thing. I mean, it was, the hardest part was saying goodbye to my brothers, you know, to know that I was taking off and that they were stuck on that fucking hell of a show. No, but it was, you know, it was a beautiful experience, you know, that we were so close, so fast. And, you know, one of the things that, I don't know, everybody knows this, but that last shot of Obi while he's alive, I'm in the scene, it's only Charlie and Kim and Tommy, but everybody else showed up for that last shot. So it's really just me. There's no acting required, so I'm just kind of looking at my brothers and saying goodbye.
Thank you very much. Over here.
Yes.
Your question, sir.
Yes, I noticed that you were on a show called Law and Order SVU, and you also rode a motorcycle. So, what was the difference between playing the character from that show and the character from Sons of Anarchy?
The main difference was that one was having sex with his sister. And more
Which one was that?
and more importantly, it was a different bike.
True. Talk about incest.
No, let's not talk about incest.
Not here at the top. Over here, sir.
Could you just stand if you have a question, you get called on?
Yeah, he's having trouble finding
It's
you.
much easier to find something who's standing.
Right here, stand up.
I just wanted to ask how long you grew out your beard for.
I shaved this morning. No, I've had a beard for a long time, like 10 years, 10, 12 years.
Well, manliness, just look, more testosterone.
Yeah. Ron, you want to talk about more testosterone?
Not really.
Who's
I'm
next?
a man of action.
Right behind you.
Just got a question for Theo. How was Marilyn Manson as a lover?
Very sweaty, very sweaty. He sweats continuously, ferociously.
Didn't you tell me, like, early season one, we were talking about phobias, and one of yours was being in prison and transvestites?
You might have said something.
And old people. Old people.
Really old, I'm talking like super old. Old.
Yeah, so you're...
But I'm over old.
The show, you got through it.
I hit the trifecta. No,
Hit the trifecta.
I don't have any of those phobias anymore. No, he's an interesting dude. Interesting dude.
Who's sweating?
His hair dye leaks onto him when he's on top of it. That's all I'll say.
Right over here. Way over here. Run, my friend, run. We don't have a lot of time. Thank you.
Have you guys had a lot of people come up like 5 or 6 the show?
Crazy fans. Besides the 207-pound woman, you were trying to do the Kool-Aid man through Theo's door last night? Oh yeah.
You know, the show changed everything, I think, for a lot of people, and even people who were doing many things before. The show just changed everything. I mean, the Reaper's like the bat signal, you see it everywhere. The Reaper's everywhere. So it just changed everything. You know, which is cool.
Yeah, there's lots of crazy fans. Lots of crazy fans. I had a guy grab me and turn me around, and he was 7'4", he was like, "You made me cry in front of my girlfriend." Put me down, sir. Put me down.
Thank you. Who's next? Right over here. This gentleman right over here. Pass that mic.
Yeah, on Luke Cage has shades. You got ice in your veins. So, I'd like to know, with that woman at the hotel, you was ISO.
No, I was exhausted, and I was. I wish that I was shades in that moment because I would have probably shot out of the door or something. No, I thought about it. I did think about that for a second. No, thank you. Yeah, he's very interesting character, and she was not. So it works perfect.
I think she was just drunk. Not even. Not much character there. Who's next? Right here.
Any chance for an SOA prequel show?
Who's playing young Clay?
Ben Vereen.
No, I mean,
I think there's been rumors of it around, but you know, I think that they're focusing on the Mayans show right now, which everybody's looking forward to.
Thank you. Who's next? Who's next? Right over here. Right, you're getting a workout, dude. You should stand right here. Right ahead, come on over.
Hi, I have a question. It's a question for all of you. Do you have a particular episode or scene that you're particularly proud of?
No.
I have two favorite episodes that happens. Season 3 finale, when you feel stalled. That was a pretty awesome finale. Season 6 finale with Tara, just because I thought you never saw it coming. Those were still pretty cool. It's cool moments, good episodes. I mean, there's a lot of good episodes on the show. There's a lot that definitely went, in another way. But those two always stood out to me because I thought that there was a certain amount of retribution in that. Like when he's in the back of that car and that all builds and everything like that, I just thought, and then obviously I think Damon's line at that moment is one of the best lines I've ever heard. Yeah, those two for me.
Thank you. Right over here.
This question's for all of you. Is there anything you miss about filming, or are you just happy to move on to the show?
It was a great experience. It was 7 years for some, a lot less for others. But that's way more than you ever get a chance to do in this business. So, very satiating, and we're all still filming. Theo's doing Luke Cage right now. I'm doing another show. Ryan's doing 4 or 5 at once. I want to talk to him about. So we get to continue to do what we love and look at different characters, which is basically what I'm in it for. It's like to try to just play as many kinds of people as I can before they close the box.
Yeah, for me it was, I had done, guest star and all these pilots that never made it and all these things. So when I got to get to that show in 08, it was like, I felt like, something had changed. And when I saw all these guys, guys who I literally looked up to all of their work, even people who were the same age as me, who I just loved what they did. For me, it was a really different experience. I was an extra, you know what I mean? I started from the bottom in this. So when I got to that show, I knew we were on to something special. When they got, the original Clay was recast and Ron came on, it was such an exciting time. And then to see the reaction, when the show changed. So it'll always be, to me, that's the beginning of my career, not the 40 guest stars and recurrings before. It's like that moment, even though I started acting in 2000, that in 08 was the beginning of my career. And that was because of that show. So if it's not for these guys, it's not for that show, I'm not saying. And probably a lot of other things don't happen. I met my wife through a military charity that we all are part of. You know what I mean? So that show will always have a special place, but it is, like Ron said, your goal in this is to play as many different people as possible. And you don't, that was a long time. That's a long time to play one character in one show. So especially with the stuff like, some of us have to do, it takes so long. But it was awesome.
I just, I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle before the show, and the reason that I took the show was because I thought it would be hilarious if somebody had to pay me to learn to ride a motorcycle. I could care less whether it was a good script or not.
Do you own one now? You ride still? Okay.
A good script? No.
You look like you belong in a flight. Who's next? Right over here. All right, come on, run.
Yeah, this is for Ron. My wife and I, we love Hand of God as well. Just wondered if you have something new coming out, what you should watch.
I just got introduced onto a show that's already in existence on Crackle. The show is called Startup, and they introduced the character early on in season 2, which will begin airing this September. Season 2 will. Season 1 is great. So if you really want to see my next thing, I recommend you catch up on the first season first, so you know kind of the world of it. But yeah, that's what's happening now.
Who's next? Right here. Oh, right over here first.
Were each of you guys happy with the fate of your character in the end?
Fuck no.
I was.
Yeah, me too. You were?
Oh, for sure. I was totally, completely, and utterly fine. I thought it was exactly the way it should be. It was a different version that they came at me with earlier that my buddy Charles Murray was telling me about, where he lured, like, I'm so out of it now, I don't remember Manson's character's name, but he lured that character into prison and then choked him, with his shirt, and he killed him, and then he got jolly stomped by all the white supremacists, and that's how they got it. But they thought it was too similar to his, so they did the other. So I was happy with either one. Would have been nice to probably check them first and then but it's all. I was happy.
Thank you. Right over here, sir. Question.
Hi, will we see you guys in the Lion spin-off? Do a flashback of this?
No.
I don't even know when it, I gotta be honest, I don't even know when it takes place. I don't know if it's prequel, sequel, equal. Is it equal? It is, I just made it up.
I think that's a word.
Sure.
Yeah. Who's next? Anyone? Right back there. Right back there. Raise your hand.
For the show ending, were you happy with how they ended it?
Who cares what we think? Was I happy? None of us were happy. Were you happy when the show was over? No. No. I mean, is like these guys were saying, it's kind of a new art form for a lot of actors to be able to play one character for such a long period of time, so you get attached to them, I mean, it's 15 years ago, there was maybe 5, 6 shows that went for 7 years. And, when you're an actor, if you're doing a TV show, to be able to play one character for that long is kind of, a unique experience. So it's, nobody really likes to give up a character.
Well, you were asking, were we happy with the way the show ended, right?
Correct. That it ended?
How did it end? I was out of town. I was literally in another dimension for the end of Sons of Anarchy. How did it end? Never mind. You know what? I got Netflix. Fuck it.
Yeah, no spoilers though. No spoilers. Thank you. Right over here, sir. Right over here. You got a mic coming up from behind you.
So Ryan, a couple years ago you were at con and you told a really good story about a parachute. Can you tell us stories?
About what?
You were parachuting?
Yeah, what about it?
A guy came down and recognized you.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not that good of a story.
How have you got me to parachute?
Yeah.
Done in my life.
Yeah, no, all the guys. No, yeah, Ron was like, absolutely not. We did it 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
I did it once.
Yeah.
I did it once.
Are you a thrill seeker at extreme sports? Do you jump on airplanes?
Yeah, I've been a skydiving for 20 some odd years, so I love it. Nothing like going
I threw the golf tournament, so
Thrill seeking.
man, I don't know if that counts, but he got everybody to show up and jump out of it, and I said, you get to swing at something that's not moving. So
the story is not that interesting. I was out skydiving, and this guy comes running up. You know, I just made it to the ground, and this guy comes screaming, dragging his parachute, like going, "Hey, hey, hey!" This was like while the show was on like season 2 or 3, and I ran over to him thinking that, you know, that something had happened to him, that somebody's chute hadn't opened, and he's like, "I know who killed your wife. We gotta talk about it." I was like, "Oh, buddy, come on, man."
You literally just hit the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never done it before. It's something you highly recommend.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Something everybody should be jumping at around.
Yes.
Why no? It's terrifying. All right, I saw Point Break once. I didn't want to have fun.
What I remember about Theo's video that he took is that his hands stayed like this while he was flying.
No, because the true story is I lost some kind of bet to him.
Oh, yeah.
I said, yes, I'll do it months before. He doesn't forget anything. He's like an elephant. So he rode in the car with me there to make sure that I was going to do it. And in my mind the whole time I thought, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Even when we got there. And then when we got there, you go up in this rickety plane. He's jumping without a person on the back at this point, and he's done it for 72 years. And I'm freaking out. And a lot of people, when you're on a show like Sons, and it's happened to me in a few different instances, they think that it's like exciting to do really stupid shit when you're in like really death-defying situations. So the guy who I jumped with, you know, because you're on your back or whatever it is, tandem. Try to blast this whole thing out of my memory. Is
sorry.
He starts doing tricks, like with the chute when the chute's open, and I was like, this is like exactly how people die. Exactly. He's like, oh man, like badass, like Sons of Anarchy, and I was like, oh my god, it's a TV show. And then I'm even on parachutes. Like, this is totally. So when we hit the ground, everybody was like elated, like, let's go do it again. And I was like, yeah, all right. Never doing this again. And he came up running up. He's like, greatest thing ever. I was like, no.
No.
Where do we see the video of this?
I think I destroyed one.
My eyes are closed the entire time. That's not that interesting.
Yeah. The two people that we took that did not enjoy it were you and Charlie. The majority, because I've taken probably 300 people, I take my entire family. The majority of experiences are, you get, the most nerve-wracking is driving there. Because you're driving there going, I'm doing this of my own volition. No one's holding a gun to my head, and I'm going to actually jump out of a plane. I can't believe I'm doing this. Then it gets progressively more ridiculous as you go up into a plane, and then they open up the side of the plane, and your brain kind of goes, I'm leaving now. And then as they bring you to the edge, you know, you just can't really, fathom what's about to happen. It just takes you right at that peak sort of death experience, and then you jump out. And the majority of times, like, once people jump out, they feel fantastic. With the 2 exceptions. This gentleman, and then Charlie Hunnam, who had the exact opposite, which was that going there, he was so excited, so excited. I was in the plane, we were going up, he's high-fiving everybody. This is amazing, this is amazing. They open up the side of the plane, and he jumps up. Well, I got to preface this. Was his girlfriend, Morgana, was there also. And he was going right before her. So they get up to the edge, and he's still kind of psyched. And as he's about to go out, he's going out, and he finally looks to his girlfriend, and he sees that she's bawling. And as he goes out of the plane, she goes, Charlie!
Very motivational to see that.
So when I ran up to Charlie, him and his girlfriend were both on their knees holding each other. And I was like, what happened? He was like, not fun, man. It was not fun.
That being said, I am super happy I did. I'm glad I did it once. But you don't spit in God's face twice.
Be like Ryan, jump out of airplanes. Who's next? Right over here. Way over here, way over here. Right, way over here. Thank you. Your question.
This is a question for all you guys. So there's obviously a lot of stunt work on the show. What was your favorite stunt scene and why?
You know, a lot of this stuff, I mean, it was, the majority of the bike work was all done by us. And, you know, the stunt guys took a real back seat. I mean, we like to keep the guys employed, but, you know, it was really guerrilla filmmaking. You know, we were on such a tight budget and also tight timeline that we did the majority of all of our stunts. All of the fight stuff, all of the gun stuff, all of the bike stuff was also done by us.
I had a stuntman for my love scenes with Chen.
He was handsome. Very handsome.
He had a really great ass. Carl. Who will never forget Carl? Still get a Christmas card from Carl.
Just his buttons.
At Easter time, but, you know, obviously it had as much effect on him as it had on me.
What was your question again? Oh, stunt work. Stunts. Or stunt house. Thank you.
Why was it this stage?
Absolutely, that's in the people there, yes. Your question?
This is for Ron. What kind of advice would you give David Harbour for taking the role on
He's Hellboy, man. You know, he's an underachiever. Stop worrying about how big you're gonna fucking be in the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Got time for a couple more. Who wants them? Right back there first, and then we'll go over here. Right back there. Anyone go right back there? All right.
Make them strange and delicious questions.
Strange and delicious.
Okay, so for Ron, what was your favorite part about voicing for Shadow Zombies?
Voicing which one?
The wrestler from Shadows of Evil.
I did that?
Yeah.
What was the name of the show?
Shadows of Evil, and then Black Ops 3.
Oh, Black Ops. Yeah.
It's still one of my favorites.
It was fast. It was fast. It was fantastic. That booth that they put me in, which is literally 2.5 by 4.5 feet without air conditioning.
Yeah.
And they keep you there for 13 fucking hours. That was one of the highlights of my entire career. Getting out.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry if I burst a bubble, but you know, just play the game. You know, don't worry about guys like me. Don't worry about what we think.
Thank you. Right over here.
Actually, my question is voice acting as well for Ron. So along with acting, you've also done voice acting in video games and animated movies. What do you prefer more, acting or voice acting?
I prefer anything I can do without my pants on. So this is obviously a big drag right now. So no, I'm just a big fucking man, man. Anytime I get to play around with saying other people's words and shit, and whatever form it takes, I'm really happy. That's why there's 575 entries on my IMDb page, because basically there's nothing I won't do.
Time for one more. Who wants it? Right back here, so make it a good one.
Better be good, no pressure.
Yeah, none at all.
Okay, thanks. So, touching back to the death scenes and everything, how did you guys all feel when you found out you weren't going to be on the show anymore?
There was only one episode after I was done, so I didn't care. It was literally like a few days of filming after it, so it was cool. I got to go take everything from the set while they all worked. I took everything.
What's did you still shoot? What's your most memorable piece?
I got the thing with all the bullets above the table, the Reaper crew. What did it say? The big giant leather thing with all the bullets. I got the gun that we placed on Clay, the handle with the Reaper on the handle. God, I don't know, what else do I have? I got every script, every finale script, while everybody was all hugging each other.
You got David Cali still lives with him to this day. Got to take him home.
It was just with, how about that, man? Chief Unser, if you guys, yeah. I got to take Unser. He's great too, he's great. He's been good ever since. But yeah, just a bunch of stuff. We got our bikes. We got a lot of stuff that but little things. I took everything. I was taking anything that wasn't nailed down while everybody was hugging and crying.
Theo put together my package because I didn't want anything. I just wanted to walk away clean, man. But he made sure I had a gavel. He made sure I had my watch. He put together a beautiful package of great stuff that I'm really glad I did take with me because it fetched a lot of money on eBay. I'm still living off some of that shit.
Yeah, well, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Well done, my friend. Ryan, did you steal any shit from the set?
I had my cup, my beanie, and my knife. That's all.
All right, well done. Thank you guys for joining us here. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend.